Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 853, and today's topic is natural inorganic fertilizer. In previous lectures I have already discussed in detail about the natural organic fertilizer and their manufacture, their uses. Now I am going to discuss about inorganic. They are also known as mineral fertilizer, and their main source is from natural rock like Chilean sodium nitrate. That rock is called Chile salpeter. Then phosphate rock, limestone, ammonium nitrate, potassium salt. So there are a lot of these naturally occurring salts are there. And these salts, they are important for plant growth because these plants, they can grow and get their nutrient from soil. But once soil is exhausted, means repeated farming is done, there may be some deficiency of these mineral ions, and that may cause some problem in the growth of the plant. And secondly, these inorganic fertilizers, they are very important in increasing the pH of the soil. If I say increasing, means the pH scale is 14:7:0. So say if it is 7 pH, means it is neutral soil. If soil pH is increased from 7 to 7.3, 7.4, 7.5, means it is towards alkalinity. And if pH is reduced from 7 to 6.8, 6.7, 6.6, like that. So reduction of the pH means is towards acidity. So some of these inorganic fertilizers, they are very helpful in reducing the acidity of the soil. And also some of these inorganic fertilizers, they can also absorb the moisture from air, so that the damage and burning of the seed or seedling will be protected. So they play a very important role for the fertility and protection of the crop as well as seeds. So I will be just discussing one by one. So here we are discussing the natural source of inorganic fertilizer. Number one, inorganic fertilizers, they are also commonly known as mineral fertilizers, are naturally occurring. Inorganic fertilizers include Chilean sodium nitrate, and this Chilean sodium nitrate, NaNO3, is also known as Chile salpeter, is the rock name, and also rock phosphate, that is the phosphate salt, potassium salts, limestone, that provide the calcium, and also it can improve the pH of the soil, means it will be decreasing the acidity. Number two, inorganic nitrogen fertilizers come in different forms such as ammonium nitrate, potassium nitrate, calcium nitrate, and these fertilizers contain good amount of nitrogen, vital as a nutrient for plant growth. And the most important is that these inorganic fertilizers tend to increase pH of the soil. That is the importance of these inorganic fertilizers, that it will increase the pH of the soil, means the quality of soil will be improved, the pH acidity will be decreased, and it will be either neutral or slightly alkaline, maybe either 7 or 7.6, around that. And secondly, it is helping to pull the water content which is present in air in the form of humidity to soil to absorb, and that helps to keep seed healthy and also in germination. So this is also very important role of inorganic fertilizers in the form of salt. The most important is that these inorganic fertilizers tend to increase the pH of the soil, that is neutral to alkaline, and these inorganic fertilizers pull moisture from the air, decreasing the chances of burn and damage of the seeds. Number 3, potassium inorganic fertilizer. It is mainly potassium salt. It may be wood. Wood contains potassium. Some waste material, they contain potassium. Sugar beet is rich source of natural potassium. And of course, a lot of potassium rock salts are there. Sugar beet crop is natural source of potassium. It includes potassium sulfate and potassium nitrate. These two potassium inorganic fertilizers are, one is that is potassium sulfate, and another one is potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate is the better because it is capable of pulling good quantity of water from the moisture. So in this way, the soil can get good moisture. So number 4, that is, we get the natural source of phosphorus from, that is phosphate from phosphorus rocks, and also from bones. And these bones are also very important source of phosphorus, and we can get it, and then we can blend, we can powder it, and also rocks can be powdered, and then we can apply. And this inorganic phosphorus fertilizers, their assimilation in the soil or dissolution is slow. Sometimes it takes 40-60 days to release the phosphate ions, and this phosphorus is used as a nutrient, and which is important for plant growth. And this one is not affecting the acidity of the soil. The same acidity will be there. The phosphorus inorganic fertilizer, inorganic phosphorus such as rock phosphate. This rock phosphate, finely divided rock phosphate, can be used directly as a natural source of fertilizer. So once we are having rock phosphate, just you can finally divide or make it in very, very small pieces in powder form, and directly we can use on the soil as a natural source of phosphorus. And the other source is natural one, that is bone materials from animal bone, and is another natural source of which supplies phosphorus. Rock phosphate works only in acidic soils, and if the soil is alkaline or neutral, this rock phosphate, or we can say phosphorus inorganic fertilizer, is not effective or will not work. So make sure that once you are applying, you should know the acidic condition of your soil. If your soil's acidic condition is, for example, 6.8, 6.5 or 6.4, slightly acidic, then it is very effective. But if in case it is neutral, it is little bit less effective. But if in case it is alkaline, it has zero effect. It is not going to be assimilated, to be absorbed by the soil. So this is the very important factor for phosphate inorganic fertilizer. And this phosphate do not affect the pH of the soil. It will not affect the pH of the soil. and the ammonium phosphate is the water soluble in the form of granule, inorganic phosphorus fertilizer. So this is about the natural sources of organic and inorganic fertilizer, and my next lectures will be on the artificial or synthetic source of organic and inorganic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer will be urea, and inorganic fertilizers, synthetic one will be your phosphate and potassium inorganic fertilizers. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.